How's it going, guys? And in today's video I'll be showing a few games against online opponents. These are definitely different modes. Some of these match days, some of these are just games for GPs or games in standard mode where I encountered a lot of long ball spammers. So without further ado, let's jump into the first game. I'll be sharing my tips along the way, maybe tactics as well, how I'm trying to tackle these guys, because long ball spammers, contrary to very popular belief, are not noobs. Like, at least they know one technique that is very OP, scripted way to score goals, and they are just abusing this. As you have seen, Franz Beckenbauer straight to Kylian Mbappe, a low lofted pass to Kylian Mbappe, and it reached the target but still got intercepted. So fortunately another long ball to Mbappe, and now it is a little bit overpowered, so Oliver Kahn is keeping that ball and starting an attack. So what I wanted to say, it is really important to actually have a very solid pair of center backs. I mean, you might want to play someone who is quite tall and fast, so for that purpose I have Rafa Varane, and position of a defender is very important as well. So if you're having a defender that is out of shape, he has bad condition, maybe that can be influencing. Like, it's still a mystery to me, this condition thing. Some players on a red arrow perform very well on a given day, and some with 100% familiarity with a yellowish arrow, the ball just bumps from them, just in absolutely situations where no pressure is required. But still, like I said, I trust two defenders against long ball spammers, and these defenders, both of them, are playing in my starting 11. First one is, as we get interception from Kubo, and check this out, he was apparently, like, he did like 5 long balls to his strikers, and he probably wanted to do another one. Kubo intercepted that ball before he even attempted that, and scored a finest curler, very nice with his stronger left foot. Nice to see from Kubo. And again, long ball spam, very effective from the kickoff. So kickoff glitch obviously is when you're trying to score a goal straight from the kickoff by just one to passing through your defense. And as much as everyone is saying you should just use your players manually, you can defend, thing is, during the kickoff, we all know it. I mean, at least if you're playing for I don't know, 1 season or more, you know that when after the kickoff your players are kind of static. It's not like they're entirely motionless. They are kind of static, and it's much easier to play 1-2 passes in between your defense and 1-2 passes in OP strategy, OP a way to break down your defense through the middle. So with that said, as you have seen, I scored that goal, and I'm really happy about that, but we need to ensure that we are keeping that clean sheet in this game as well. And my pairing of center backs that I really prefer to play against long ball spammers, or overall, is someone who is really fast and someone who is really tough. And this is, of course, Rafa Varane and Sol Campbell for me. These have been my very trusted players, and you guys may be naming Carles Puyol, who is very good, especially probably his iconic one card, because apparently that is a little bit higher rated card as well. You can name Virgil van Dijk, who is absolutely stunning, one of the best defenders in this game, hands down, as we get fortunately intercepted. Yes, thank you very much, I'll take this one. So yeah, it's just a bummer that this season they're not, like, of course it's like, it's hard to ask Konami from a mobile game to fix all the scripts. It is a very interesting game as is, a lot of interesting skill moves. I was trying fraudulently a skill move with Kubo there, and Oliver Kahn saving me so many times there. And another tactic would be not playing an offside trap, because offside trap is actually a trap. I was playing so many games with offside trap and conceding goals just because Kylian Mbappe makes such a precise run that your offside trap is actually hurting you. So I don't know why. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge with a double touch, and what a goal, by the way. Finally I made that skill move, timed it perfectly, and scored a very nice goal there. So the thing is, I would prefer playing offside trap off. Some people may say you're playing offside trap on, and this means that you are actually leaving these runners in an offside position. Maybe that's the case, but if only one pass is going through, then your player, your opponent striker, is through on goal for sure, and there is nothing that can stop him from scoring an easy goal and just as my opponent's nickname is saying, he's a shooter. And we have, of course, definitely noticed that. And yeah, you just don't want that to happen. And as he gets dispossessed by Joshua Kimmich, and he's playing a long ball. So there is a few situations depending on the position of your Varane. So Varane was obviously almost reaching to that ball. By the way, what is this throwing? Very fraudulent from Oliver Kahn. And Oliver Kahn is actually making up for his mistake. Well, the thing is, it depends, situational. Sometimes you want to clear it, I just press shoot and make sure that defenders is clearing. If I'm having a slight edge over the striker, I'm trying to just back pass it to my goalkeeper with the header, because that's a very convenient goal to actually start attack straight away. That game is a wrap, and let's see what is happening in the other game. And you can see like how pathetic is that. The stats for position, for passes completed, for possession, for passes completed, 37% passes completed. So making like no mistake. Like even if you just need to look at the stats without looking at the game and tell me who is a long ball spammer amongst the two players. Sol Campbell and Rafa Varane, still my two defenders, and this is Gasperini. Type of a formation, not type of formation, it's actually a Gasperini one. My favorite manager, I played pretty much the entire season last year with this manager. This time it is having very high defensive line. I don't know why, maybe people learned how to exploit that, or at least long ball spammers learned to exploit that for sure. But this is a formation where you're playing short passes, trying to suffocate your opponent with high pressing, and let's see if that is gonna be long ball spammer and how we are exactly gonna be tackling him. Straight from the get-go, we are having the possession. Marcus Rashford to Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, who is trying to perform a what was that? I don't know. He's just trying to just nudge a ball on one side, run from the other. It's just one of the skill moves that never work for me for some reason. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge to Frank Lampard. Lampard, maybe it was a fake shot, or it's actually a proper shot. And Karl-Heinz Rummenigge taking the ball back, please. Yes, he is. And that is a chance for Kubo to curl this one. Kubo with a curler. What a goal from Kubo. Takefusa Kubo is such a great player to use. It's just a bummer that he has this scotch move, skill move, instead of, not only, in addition to a skill move that is a double touch. And sometimes he's just performing that instead of a double touch, and maybe some lag input is playing some role in there. Like you have seen, some lag is happening, and he's playing long ball to Mbappe, and Varane is dealing with that easily. Well, the thing is, like, in a PUBG Mobile, buttons are so much more responsive, and I feel like an update is needed for this game next season. I hope they will be updating their UI and ensuring that the buttons are much more responsive. You don't have to click twice on the same button to ensure that something is happening. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge scoring that goal. Magisterial! That is an easy tap-in, and Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, two goals in quick succession. Like I said, this Gasperini formation is being exposed big time. Let's see if my opponent is persisting with the long ball to Mbappe. Yes, he does, and this one is quite a weak long ball to Mbappe. Not really, like, I feel like every time my opponent is playing Mbappe online, it is a long ball spammer. Rarely it is the opposite, like it is not the fact, and you can predict that, and of course ensure maybe before the game you see Mbappe in the starting lineup, play two reliable center backs. That is really important, and let's see if we are able to score maybe one more goal by the end of the half. Wan-Bissaka running away from Paul Scholes. Gilberto Silva to Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, and Takefusa Kubo is open here. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge to Marcus Rashford, and the pass is intercepted. And straight a long ball to Mbappe. As you have seen, Varane is so tall, he is so quick, it's really hard to, like, I mean, rarely do long balls work against Varane. This is a featured card of Varane. I'm pretty sure if you get a standard card, it would be performing just as good. Probably should have taken a shot with Rummenigge there. And we move into the second half. And no, we don't. It's another long ball spam to Mbappe. And I am getting the ball, retrieving it by back passing to my goalkeeper. My easiest way to actually deal with that. Paul Nedved to Lamps to Marcus Rashford. I like this attack so much. Marcus Rashford to Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Can he score it? Yes, he can. That's the third goal in the first half. It is a wrap, and we are scoring the third goal. And my opponent yeah, it just decided he had had enough. Long balls didn't work for him this day. Maybe it's not the long ball spam day. Maybe just need to try it next time and be more successful with it. I like the fact that this game ended in null, so it never happened. Very, very nice. Thank you, Konami. Very cool. Playing a full Real Madrid squad just so that I can test a new formation maybe. And let's see if my opponent is gonna be up for the challenge of playing proper football, playing how it is done. Like, yes, in real life you can play, you can score from long balls, right? But these guys, like, I can't say they're noobs. Like, they learned that from someone made a video on that, like, long ball spam is very convenient tactics, it works. Right now I'm playing Varane and Sergio Ramos in my team. So, the fact that my opponent is starting the game from the long ball spam means that he knows it is a working tactic, and instead of actually playing like a proper, like a normal person it would do, he is playing that like a complete imbecile, and it is not his fault, I think, because he learned that from someone, right? Someone made a video on that. Someone said, someone maybe played against him that long ball spam, and he like, oh, so from that position you can kick the ball, kick like a low, not actually low, usually it is a lofted pass, over the entire defense, and then suddenly, as by magic, a striker will be appearing in a situation where he's one-on-one, and you just need a pacey striker for that. So how about I'm playing Kylian Mbappe for it, right? Or Fernando Torres, who is also a pacey striker, especially if that's an iconic mode card. And it is like, you check this out, Johan Cruyff, such a beautiful, great player, and he is capable of making precision passes, capable of doing all the finest dribbles, capable of scoring goals as well. And the problem is that you are long ball spamming. Like, check this out, even Fernando Torres, like, oh no, he didn't the long ball, he just thought, oh, wait a minute, Fernando Torres should be playing, come on, Karim Benzema, that's a, oh, what a beautiful goal from Karim Benzema, by the way. He tried to drag his goalkeeper, and Benzema a long ball spammed it into his net. How about that? Yeah. And yeah, my opponent, his name is a smarty, but it doesn't seem like he is a really, he's not definitely a smarty. Lewandowski is a great striker as well, but check this out, Ramos dealing with these long balls decently. I wouldn't say I don't like Ramos this season. He is actually losing his position a lot, but Varane is flawless pretty much. I mean, rarely do these long balls work against Ramos. Just need to make sure that you're pairing these guys together, two solid defenders, and long ball spamming is not working. And of course, sometimes you need to pass it to goalkeeper, sometimes you need to clear it, but the fact that you're first on the ball is the most important fact. Sometimes you're conceding from a long ball, and it's really unfortunate, because when you're trying to actually play, yes, it is very, very... it is really frustrating, because when you're conceding from a long ball and your opponent starts, like, I don't know, back passing or continuing persisting with these long balls, you lose your temper as well a little bit, because, like, you didn't deserve to be trailing at that point of the game. And some games, even the best defenders can't cope with these long balls, and this is Konami's fault. They need to be fixing that. Check this out. Let's see Isco here with the slight, I think it's nutmeg, and this is, oh, what a flip-flop from Isco, and can be a goal. No, it isn't, but Karim Benzema is first on the ball, and he's scoring it up in. I mean, it was a beautiful game. Beating these long ball spammers is probably one of the most satisfying feelings, and Karim Benzema scoring, ensuring we have a rage quit. Is it a rage quit or a null game? I mean, I don't know. That's the biggest mystery to me. When I see my opponent playing Mbappe, it isn't a mystery to me that he is usually 99%, I mean, maybe not 99, but usually he's playing a long ball spam, long balls to him all the time. This is really a mystery. Konami is like a flip of a coin. Will we be having a null, which means that this game has never happened pretty much. I don't get the GPs, I don't get the coins, I don't get any rewards if I was playing for any. And this game has never happened. Thank you, Konami. Very cool. Bruh. And maybe that's a rage quit. Then GG, my opponent decided he has had enough. This is not a long ball spam day for him. And let's see if this game is ending. And it takes some time, of course. And this is definitely a rage quit. Appreciate that. Thank you guys. I hope my my tips here helped you in a way. Let me know how you are dealing against long ball spammers. Let me know how you are, which defenders you're selecting, which center backs are working the best for you. Definitely that would be helping other guys to pick their team. And that's it for me, and I'll see you in the next one.